John Osborne here. Let's do the FX Education Outlook for June 20th, 2017. In the Euro Yen, you can see we're still moving up. We went up yesterday and went up and just barely touched the top part of the Bollinger Band on the daily. And also we went up and came within about 11 pips of this previous pivot here, 0.88350, so we came really close to that. We'll watch for that to head higher. On our US dollar Swissy, you can see we had this consolidation trend line here that we did break through and then pulled back a little bit. I'd like to see us either have a lot more strength and not a decreasing line here on our MACD, but a nice break through the 0.97702 for us to head higher. So this is moving higher on this last leg here, but the overall daily trend still seems to be a little bit on the downside. So we're looking for a potential opportunity for an entry to potentially to get in on a short, but it seems like we are in a bit of a pennant here on the 240 that we're going to watch. I'm going to move this one into the pending bullish section here. For the Kiwi Yen, you can see we went up and did move above the 81.007 previous pivot, but then pulled back down again. So we'll be watching for that one to see what it wants to do. It's doing a little bit of a consolidation after this long run up here, which is not surprising. And with the Aussie Yen, we went up, and in the last few days we broke above this previous congestion or this previous pivots through here, and we've come back down to retest some of our Bollinger Band lines that we have here. We're breaking down, looking a little bit weaker here on the shorter term, but we're kind of balancing across this weekly line here, so it's not surprising that it's struggling to break quite a bit higher. With the dollar yen, we are breaking above this on the weekly, and we're getting a little bit of a pullback here, which could give us an opportunity for a re-entry. So we're going to be watching that for another break to go higher as it goes back and retests the center point of the Bollinger Bands on the 240. Notice that we did barely break above the previous pivot of 111.703. That weakens it a little bit, so now we could potentially go higher. We've already looked at the dollar Swissy. For the Aussie US dollar, you can see we broke above. We're just retesting that broken support, and we can go ahead and move this line up and see where we do. We broke already through this one, so our next pivot to get to will be up to 0.76792. I'd like to see us break through this trend line that's coming down through here to really go higher. That's at 76240. And then we have the pound yen is not looking all that bullish anymore. We are still in our pending bullish area, but if you look at the daily, we're coming back to retest this broken trend line. So let's see what happens as it retests this line and see if it bounces back up again. On the bearish side, we've got the pound CAD, or Canadian dollar, and that has broken through this support. So watch for this one to continue lower. We're looking bearish through most of these markets here. I'm going to go ahead and take this line and draw it to our next target, which would be about 1.65145. For the Euro Loonie, the same kind of thing. We're breaking through, although we're getting a little bit more of bullishness on the shorter time frame, but we're still looking quite bearish on our daily, and the 240 is making a nice run down. We're going to be watching to see where it will bounce off of this weekly 1.46465. Okay, and in the pending bearish, we're still watching for this break. You can see here on the daily we did break through this trend line that we have right here, but we're still waiting for some nice movement here. So it's better to wait for a break below this previous pivot at 1.11088. It's more aggressive to enter now, but you can wait until we break through the 1.11088 to take that one short. And that'll do it for today. Remember to click subscribe by clicking on my picture and clicking subscribe. And you can look at previous videos by clicking on the image that appears in the upper left of the previous uploaded video. And until next time, have a great rest of your day.